A single lie cost her everything. But what happened next is even more shocking. Dare to face the consequences of your own actions. In Buddhism, that's karma, the unforgiving law of cause and effect, yet full of compassion. Today, we'll share 3 true stories that stunned millions. One person changed their life with a bowl of soup. Another crumbled from selfishness. And another found peace by letting go of resentment. But the biggest question is, where will your actions today lead you? If you think karma is just a fairy tale, watch until the end. You won't believe what's revealed. Don't look away. These stories could change how you live. Press like if you're curious about karma and subscribe to explore spiritual secrets. Let's dive in. In Buddhism, karma is everything you think, say, and do, from a kind word to a selfish thought. The effect is the result of those actions, sometimes in this very life. Karma isn't punishment. It's a mirror reflecting the life you choose. But how do we know karma is real? Today, we meet 3 ordinary people like you and me. What seeds did they sow, and what did they reap? Prepare yourself. These stories will make you reflect on your own life. The first story is about the power of compassion. Can one small act save an entire life? Let's find out. Imagine losing everything, your home, family, hope. That's Michael's story, a poor farmer in Fairview, Iowa, where wheat fields stretch under a cold gray sky. In 1995, Michael, 35, lived in a rickety wooden house by a creek wind, whistling through cracks each night. He cared for his elderly mother and 2 young siblings, Tommy and Sarah, in dire poverty. Creditors threatened to seize his home with only 1 loaf of bread left for the week. Yet Michael's heart was an unquenchable flame. One freezing winter evening, snow blanketing Fairview, Michael saw Rose, a homeless, elderly woman, collapse by the roadside, her trembling hands clutching a tattered coat. Starving, she couldn't speak, her eyes dimming. Though on the brink himself, Michael lifted her, brought her home, lit the fireplace, and cooked potato soup from his last scraps. He tended Rose for 3 days, wrapping her in blankets, sharing stories as if she were his own mother. Villagers buzzed on local social media. Michael's crazy, so poor, yet helping a stranger. Some mocked, does he think he's the Buddha? But Michael smiled. The Buddha teaches, compassion is a seed blooming in darkness. I trust kindness will guide me. In Buddhism, compassion waters the tree of life, expecting no reward, yet yielding sweet fruit. Michael didn't know his act planted a mighty karmic seed. Spring, 1996. As he plowed fields, despairing over mounting bills, a Chicago businessman, James Carter, visited Fairview. Once homeless himself, saved by a stranger, James sought a clean produce supplier with a kind heart. Hearing Michael's story on local Twitter, he found him. Seeing Michael work with a genuine smile, James offered a contract for wheat and vegetables at above-market prices. Stunned, Michael accepted for his family. His life transformed like a miracle. He built a sturdy new home with a porch overlooking golden fields. Tommy and Sarah went to college. His mother received medical care. But Michael didn't stop. He opened a charity kitchen in Fairview, feeding Rose and dozens of homeless people for free. Each day, Michael served soup, saying, "The Buddha teaches one small act can change the world." Sow kindness, reap happiness. Michael's story spread across Iowa, inspiring thousands to do good. One person tweeted, "I bought lunch for a stranger because of Michael." In Buddhism, good karma shines like sunlight. Michael sowed compassion and reaped a field of joy. Have you done a small kind act? Try it today and comment your results. Now Laura's story, a woman who thought she'd won until one message destroyed everything. Laura, 30, was a marketing specialist in San Francisco in 2018, where skyscrapers and neon lights hid brutal pressure. Working at a Silicon Valley tech firm, she shone in sleek suits, but ambition clouded her heart. Laura worked alongside Henry, 35, a colleague with a happy family wife. Emily and son Jack Henry, trusted by the boss, landed a major project, sparking Laura's envy. She thought, why does he have it all? And I don't. Instead of effort, Laura chose darkness. She spread false rumors in the company chat, claiming Henry neglected work for illicit affairs. She sent an anonymous Twitter message to Emily, sowing doubt about her husband. Office drama exploded, spreading across internal social media. Henry grew stressed. His family fractured. Emily argued with him nightly. Jack cried in his room. Henry erred at work, earning a boss's warning. Laura smirked in her office corner, thinking her chance had come. But Buddhism teaches that cruel words, like poisonous wind, return to harm the sower. 3 months later, a colleague traced the anonymous message to Laura's computer. The truth unraveled. Laura was fired. Her LinkedIn reputation shattered. Colleagues turned away. Friends, distanced. Family, disappointed. She lived alone in a small apartment. Neon lights outside, mocking her pain. Laura sank into depression, haunted by her lies. One day, she entered a Buddhist temple in Chinatown, where incense and bells brought peace. Kneeling before the Buddha, tears streaming, Laura realized, I sowed envy and reaped pain. The abbot said, the Buddha teaches repentance and good deeds can transform bad karma. Start anew with mindfulness. Laura resolved to make amends. She wrote apologies to Henry and Emily, owning her mistakes. Surprisingly, Henry forgave her, even recommending her for a community project. Laura volunteered at a center for struggling kids, teaching them to read. She meditated live simply and tweeted, "Words are karma. Let them be flowers, not thorns." Laura's story spread, inspiring others to atone. Buddhism teaches, no mistake is eternal if you choose light. If you were Laura, how would you make amends? Comment. Now the final story is Hannah's A Woman at a Crossroads, Revenge or Forgiveness. Hannah, 40, lived in Portland, Oregon in 2010 in a cozy wooden house by the Willamette River, where green forests and a Buddhist temple brought peace. A seamstress, she sewed dresses by the window, while her husband David, a carpenter, brought laughter. With 2 kids, Lily and Ethan, life was a perfect painting, but one fateful night shattered it. Cycling home from his workshop, David was hit by Tom, a drunk driver. David survived, but was paralyzed from the waist down, unable to work. Hannah collapsed. Seeing her husband bedridden, his once bright eyes faded, resentment burned. Tom got a short prison sentence, but Hannah dreamed of confronting him, demanding justice. Amid work and social media pressure, resentment drained her. She snapped at Lily and Ethan, The house sank into silence. One day, Hannah entered Jodo Shinshu Temple, where golden light shone through the Amida Buddha statue. The abbot said, "The Buddha teaches resentment is like holding hot coal. You burn first. Forgiveness is dropping the coal, freeing yourself." The words awakened Hannah. She realized resentment didn't heal. David only destroyed her family. Hannah chose forgiveness. She met Tom after his release. He knelt apologizing, sharing his life of alcoholism, job loss, and remorse. Hannah felt compassion. She helped Tom enter rehab and find work at a wood shop. A miracle unfolded, releasing resentment. Hannah felt light as if a stone lifted from her heart. She meditated by the river each morning, living mindfully. Hannah cared for David with love, and their home glowed with laughter again. David carved small wood pieces, rediscovering joy. Tom once, an addict, became a community volunteer. Hannah started a support group at the temple, helping others forgive. She said, "The Buddha teaches, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself." Hannah's story spread across Portland, inspiring tweets. "I forgave because of Hannah." Have you held resentment? Try letting go today and comment your results. These 3 stories, Michael, Laura, Hannah, reveal a truth. Karma is real. Each action plants a seed for the future. Compassion brings light. Selfishness leads to pain. Forgiveness opens peace. Buddhism teaches us to live mindfully, sowing good seeds for a meaningful life. Have you witnessed karma? Comment your story. We'd love to hear. If this video inspired you, press like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more spiritual stories. Share with friends. It might change them. Today, sow a good seed, a kind word, a helping hand, and comment your results. You'll be amazed at what you receive. Thank you for joining. Watch our next video on meditation to transform karma.